Hi, welcome back to the Style Journey. Thank you for being here. Today I brought a special guest. I want you to meet my dad, Mike.
Hi everyone.
So today is all about the 1970s. I'm wearing a 1970s suit and my dad's wearing a 1970s suit. Let me tell you a bit more about the suits. So in the 1970s, the detailing of suits and tailoring was a bit more expressive than it had been in the past. At times, a lot more expressive. So you'll notice here, the lapels on my dad's suit are nice and wide, about 4 inches. If you're ever wanting to know what size tie to wear with a suit, my dad's not wearing a tie today, but if he were, you want to make sure that the tie fits within the width of the lapel at its widest point. Little tip for you. So when the lapel is nice and wide, you want your tie to be approximately just as wide, erring on the side of a little bit more narrow, and you don't want to go wider than the lapel. Remember, it always should fit inside the lapel. You look at my lapel, it's even wider than my dad's, and it has a nice curve to it. See that?
Mm-hmm.
So his is a straight line on the lapel out on an angle, and mine has a curve. A curve this way is called a belly. Has a belly to the lapel. Then if we look at our hip pockets, they follow the similar trend as the lapels in that they're nice and wide. We have flat pockets on our suits from the 1970s, and they're nice and wide pockets. So mine are straight and his are at an angle. You call those hacking pockets, on a bit of a downward angle towards the outside. Other than that, some pretty spectacular patterns came out of that decade. I have a bit of a novelty pattern on my suit. My dad has more of a traditional pattern. It's a houndstooth with an light blue overcheck. So it has a light blue grid that's over top of the dark brown and light brown alternating houndstooth pattern. So, you know what? I just realized you actually lived in the 1970s when these suits were made.
I did. This particular one was made in Montreal. And it was sold at a place called the Stag Shop in Kingston, Ontario.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah. But it's not my suit. I couldn't afford these suits back in the 20s. My dad would be wearing these. I'd be wearing blue jeans and probably t-shirts or maybe a turtleneck with blue jeans.
Just a point of clarification, you said back in the 20s. You meant back in your 20s.
Oh, back in my 20s, yeah.
Yeah,
Not the 1920s.
But that's when, that's how old you were in the 1970s.
I was in my 20s, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was a poor student.
But your dad, how did he dress back then?
He dressed like this. When he was dressing up, this would be the type of suit he would wear.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. So it's a little bit familiar to you in that sense.
It is. Oh yeah, I've seen these around. Yeah.
Nice. Another thing we're wearing are turtlenecks. So wearing knitwear and specifically turtlenecks with tailoring is a very 1970s look. My dad has a black turtleneck on. Nice soft fabric to it. And it matches his black shoes, loafers. And I have a light gray, more of a thin gauge turtleneck with my suit. So there you have it. You got to meet my dad, amazing man who lived through this amazing decade, the 1970s, that are encapsulated in both our looks. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more content, and we'll see you on the next one. As they would say, peace and
Bye
love.
for now.